Stanley decided to
keep
go to the
walking
meeting
through
room.
until...
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yo!
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Oh wait, I can't go like through that way. Oh, I guess we're... Let's see what this is. Oh. That's new. Are we going on a roller coaster ride?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yo?
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
I'm fully delighted.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Is this just a... Am I trapped in here?
Is it broken?
Oh.
What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, here we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Here we go. Here we heckin' go. Here we heckin' go.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley.
Oh, yeah. We can jump!
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
This is huge! Ready? I can't believe... I need to take a break. Can I? Can't believe it. Right. If we can finally jump, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna waste them all. This is so many years been waiting just to jump. And you make these last few jumps. You make the most of it. Moment. 1. That is almost low. 2. 3 left. 3. 4. This is dedicate this to the mighty, narrator. This one's for you. Oh, my jumps. I used to be able to jump.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And... Oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Let's see.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan
Beautiful.
base rush a cheap expansion to market for no
It's
reason
amazing.
other than to make an easy
Like, this
dollar.
is-
And don't get me
this is
started
exactly
on the
what I
level of
wanted. Just
craftsmanship that's gone
see,
into it. In
look at
fact,
the
I'm
room.
looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks.
Nah.
Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Nah. Oh, did it purposely... Oh. Oh, this is new.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
They were gonna vent. It's like Among Us. Among Us. Oh, it's Among Us. Coffee Hut. It's Among Us. Can't believe we're playing Among Us. Every time there's a vent, it's just keep. Oh boy. I wonder, like, I'm actually liking the.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to... Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Is this Elden Ring? I can't believe we found Elden Ring.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh. Look, don't forget.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful
page.
Stanley Parable was before it
thing.
was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in
Stanley.
October of 2013 when the game originally launched?
It won a BAFTA.
Back then, video games had integrity.
Won the,
Back then, it all meant something.
the Last of Us. Oh, yeah, I think it got beaten by the Last of Us. Memory Lane. Bits of music. Of $1. Well, because it happened. The demo. The go outside achievement. I still haven't got the go outside one. It just has a nominee, in-game information, debut game, story. Yeah, lost story to The Last of Us. No game releasing today. Creators surprisingly down to earth. Roger Scandal. Parables deals with stuff choices. Oh, they jump out window ending. Can't. Oh.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote,
Oh.
"Where so many games that aspire to be more
Sterling.
than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created."
Gotta
Did you
love
hear that,
Sterling.
Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and
Can't believe they
all-encompassing
brought-
the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk. with an hour of new elevator content.
Ah. Look at all these. The 2013 was a different time. Oh. Resume maintenance. See all the. Let's find out. Oh, yeah, the Minecraft, because that's what. Let's begin. That was what was before. Is it for the Rocket League and Firewatch? In the original remake. What's. Oh. Smile. Can't go through there. Car. Let's see.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
GameSpot.
The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games.
We're just gonna go all
and
through
one
the
that
original
offers some of the most
reviews.
enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else.
Wait, what was
it
that?
didn't
What was the
need new
negative?
content.
Oh, they removed the
It just
part.
needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Ah. Serious room. How do I get back here? Oh wait, Come on. I want to climb on boxes. I want to get to the serious room. Come on. So basically just keep gliding until I can't get in there. The end is never play games because they want inside literally anything. What's that? I like work. I just hate my boss. I can't. Can I can't get by because the boxes. Ah. Okay. Wait. So I can crouch. Come on. I can't. Just keep running into. I can't get to the serious room. Well, wait, do I have to.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh, no. God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
We're getting Steam
I haven't
reviews.
looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Ooh.
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh no.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
Oh
I'm not
no.
trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I
Oh.
can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick
He's
them.
getting angry. Please don't get angry. Oh, that's gonna get another. I love imagining you do a negative review and it just gets heckled and.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue
no.
as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
What's this one?
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Oh.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
I don't want to skip
Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered.
Bad.
No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here. We'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably,
I'm not going to let him keep going.
End of time, just what at which time everything all at once. So, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much, and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? True. You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps.
I actually tempted to look at the Steam review.
I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes. I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
Okay, then we skip again.
How else to describe the Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated,
True.
and we can say goodbye to it.
Oh, there's no door.
Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall?
Use my head.
Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door.
Okay.
I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please.
All right.
Please.
Okay, so we do not skip
the
the
button.
do not skip
wait
the
here,
skip the skip
wait
the
here for me,
skip
and
button.
don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes. Good. I'll be right back.
All right. Let's just wait. Peaceful. Oh, I'm excited. They've just revealed what the on-ride video is for Guardians Cosmic Rewind. Oh, that's nice. The thing is, it's that bit of boredom coming in. I'm not sure. Get away from him. Maybe. Alright. I'm gonna do it.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Oh.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you?
Yeah, we will.
I've been... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back.
Twisted.
Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting
There's
here.
a light back
Not
here.
a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing?
Yeah,
Me just talking?
it has been.
But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving.
So you
it
don't
was
want
the
me...
vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore.
So, okay.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin
kinda.
with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past.
You know, this is...
And when that feeling had begun to subside,
You know, this is sad,
what took its
but...
place is what I can only describe as the collapse of...
Just... Oh. He stopped the narration. Oh. Well. He stopped. Oh. Oh. I can't. It's just. Oh, that is actually ringing from my ears. So I need to press that again just so I can stop, because I can't get up there to press it. Well, back asleep we go.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleak...
And here again. Oh, the button's broke. Oh, there we go.
The end is never the end, 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 is...
Oh, more leaks. I guess I just do what? Yeah, this room's gonna flood, isn't it? That's how we're gonna die? Stuck in a constant loop of... Oh. It's collapsed in. Narrator went insane. I think we're almost free though. Light. Sunlight. Narrator, we're close. One more. Hopefully the... Look at this. Such beauty and peace. You see a tree. It's grown around me. What's our way out after this one? Oh. Something happened. Sounds like war sirens. All the trees are dead. There's nothing. Let me press the button, let me press the button. Oh. It's down a fall. This is like falling off a cliff. Oh. We're finally free. Everything's gone. Nothing remains. There's not even a Steam review. Let's just keep walking till we find a... You press the button again? Button's broke. The only way is to walk. We've